Hi, I'm John Gilstrap, author of the Jonathan Grave Thriller series. And in this episode of A Writer's View of Writing and Publishing, we're going to talk about the one element of this business that we all share, and that is rejection. Look, it hadn't been that long. I know how frustrating it is. You send these letters out, query letters or query emails, as the case may be, and you just get no after no after no, and it really is frustrating. And it's really something that you have to learn to deal with if you're at any part of the entertainment business, which is what writers are. If it helps, think about this. This is a capricious business. Agents get hundreds of query letters every week, certainly hundreds every month, if not, and dozens every week, I guess. Yours has to stand out. And as an author myself, I'm probably the last one to tell people how to do query letters because I don't really understand what makes a good one from a bad one, but I don't have to read all of those letters either. But what I do understand from a systems point of view, that your letter has to land on the desk of the person that will be interested in your project on the day that they're open to receiving such things. So, rejection can be all over the board. It could be from indigestion on the part of the agent, they're having a bad day, or it could be that they don't like your idea. It can be all over the board on that. I will tell you this before I forget. If you go to my website, johngilstrap.com, and click on the Essays button, my first query letter and the synopsis that sold my first published book are there, and you're welcome to take a look at it and read it. I don't think they're particularly brilliant, but they worked. The law of large numbers applies in your query effort. I was rejected by 27 agents before I found one to take me on. A very good friend of mine was rejected by over 100 agents before he went on to become a New York Times bestselling author. So, it's a law of large number. You got to keep going. I hear from people that say, I've got 6 or 7 rejection letters and I'm giving up. Well, get over yourself. 6 or 7, that's nothing. This is a direct mail marketing campaign in getting an agent going through the query process. So, put on your big girl pants or your big boy pants and go to work. Here's the one thing you can be absolutely certain of. If you're sending out query letters and not getting any requests for sample chapters or for your manuscript or for a synopsis, if you're not getting anything back asking for more information, the problem is your letter. Because a marketing letter, even if it's a bad story idea, you should be able to couch it in a way that will attract interest through your query letter. So if you're not getting anything, take a look at the letter, retool it, go back, take a look at it. Read books on query letters, look at samples. I mean, the internet is filled with information on query letters and synopses, and including my website, johngilstrap.com. If you're being rejected, if the book itself is being rejected, it could be that it's a matter of personal taste. It could be that it's not very well written, which is also sort of a matter of personal taste. If you get to that stage with an with an agent, don't be shy. Ask them why. They may or may not tell you. People get fairly sensitive about things creative, and oftentimes it's easier for an agent just to say, well, it's my list is full or something like that, rather than actually engaging with what the problems are. But you never know if you don't ask. But if you hear news you don't like, you have a decision to make. And obviously it's your decision to go with. All too often what I find happens when writers, particularly new writers, young writers, new to the business, they get input they don't want to hear. Their first instinct is to go the indie route and take a manuscript that is not ready for prime time and go ahead and push it out in the indie marketplace. And what happens is that floods the indie marketplace, the independent marketplace, with bad fiction, which makes it so much more difficult for the really talented independent authors to be discovered. So, again, we all make our decisions here. I will tell you this, my first published novel, Nathan's Run, came out in 1996, I guess, was actually the fourth novel that I'd written. The other three were just, I guess, practice novels. I didn't think of them at the time, but that's in fact what they turned out to be. And I never would have had the success that I've had I not learned the craft through those first books that never went anywhere. They still reside in a drawer right over there. You can't see it, but it's in the closet. So the only way you lose in the query process, is if you give up. And that's your decision alone. But they're not a successful actor, singer, writer, dancer, pick anything in the entertainment business. There's not a single one, no matter how successful they are, that didn't pick up rejections first. So imagine what would have happened if they quit right before the one that said yes. In this business, the only way to lose is to quit. So that's it for now. If you want to know more about writing or about the writing process or about the publishing industry, do visit my website, johngilstrap.com. If you enjoy these episodes of A Writer's Life, please subscribe to the channel. So until next time, please take care of yourselves. Please keep reading. I'm John Gilstrap.